So it's a lovely and glorious day here in Cornwall. Not, it's raining. Nah. I'm pretty sure everyone's fed up with my little weather reports, but let's face it, it's just raining. Rain. So I'm down on the plot. I'm not actually here to do anything because it's too wet. I just wanted to check a few things out, but I thought I'd just show you what I have been doing. I've just moved a load of stuff around, so now there's things everywhere. But yeah, let's have a look. Polytunnel. So what have we got? I've moved this. Don't know if I've already showed you this, but I moved this shelves in, and these were full a minute ago, but I've just moved a few things around. So I've got the sweet peas that I did last week there, and they're just starting to sprout. In fact, there's just one that's just started, I think. Hold on. Yeah, look, just one there. Oh no, and there's another one popping up there. So, oh, actually now I'm looking, there's loads. So they're just starting to pop. And then I've got, not a lot in there, I've just sowed these. So actually I sowed these a couple of days ago. And I can't remember what's in them. What is in them? What's that one say? Oh, it's my asters, and there's something else, but I didn't label, so that's fun. That's the limonium looking good. These are my little heleniums, which you can see now, so worth showing you this time. So that's the heleniums, they're looking good, they're just starting. Still don't know what this tall thing here is. This is Chinese forget-me-nots and toe flax, which really desperately needs to go out. Oh, Amy is looking really good. I forgot its name then. Amy's looking amazing, look really good on this side. And then I've put in the snapdragons that were left. I didn't actually get very many out of all the ones I grew in the autumn because they froze and they didn't do very well. So I've just filled in any gaps with where I had them before, and I've just filled that up. I've put the stocks in here, so I didn't have that many stocks. I thought I had more than I did, but I am planting some more. So, but I put the stocks in here. I've planted them real close because they're only one flower, and then they get pulled out anyway. Oh, and here's some more snapdragons at the front here too. Then, oh, I have got things everywhere because I'm trying to stop it from getting wet. These little guys have germinated, and I can't remember what they are because I forgot to put a label on them. But once the leaves start, I'll know what they are, so that's fine. This is my snapdragons, and I've got one come, and couldn't work out why. And do you know what I did? I covered the seed. I don't know why. I know not to cover snapdragon seed, and I was thinking, why is that not doing anything? And then I realised that I covered it with a layer of compost, which you don't do. You don't do with snapdragons. They need light to germinate. So I've kind of mixed the soil a little bit, just the very top bit, because I know I didn't put very much on, and I've just sort of run my fingers over the top to kind of just stir it up a little bit. And since I did that, that one has started to sprout, so I'm hoping maybe that'll help. What Wally? They were really expensive seed as well, so that's really annoyed me. And we've got some more ranunculus, which were don't know if you remember, but they were the spares that I had that hadn't started sprouting. Well, they've all started sprouting now, so they're looking good. So they need to go in. That is actually a plant, believe it or not. It is a chrysanthemum. I've just brought it in to see if it will start to grow. It's greening, it's just looking a bit sad. This hasn't done anything either, and I can't remember what these were. It's the phlox. Phlox hasn't started yet either. And then this is just one of my larkspur that I potted up when I planted them all the other day with the ranunculus, and I'll show you those in a minute because this is the only one that is the survivor, which is just so annoying. And these have been planted since September, and they've only just started growing. And these are my aguilegia, so I'm actually really happy with these because they're the white barlow, which is what I really wanted, so they're lovely. And then over on this side, again, it's a mess in here, I'm really sorry, but there's some Ami and some Orlea there. So this is the Orlea here. I keep weeding out this little weed that's growing in between, and it just grows back so quick. I did this 3 days ago and it's growing back already. I've got some anemones, which I don't really bother with anemones, but I had a packet, so I've stuck them in, see what happens. And then that's all my ranunculus there. And then, as you can see up here, this is what's happened to my larkspur. It all just died back, and you can see there's none at the back, and it was all planted all the way along, and it did get eaten a little bit by the annoying mouse, which I thought was going to go for the ranunculus. They had a couple of the ranunculus, but I managed to, they sort of stopped eating those, but then they all went yellow. I don't know, but actually I do always have a bit of trouble growing things in that corner, so I'm just wondering whether there's something in that corner, because that is where I put the larkspur last year as well, and they did the same thing. So now I'm thinking, actually, maybe there's something in that corner that's leaching out and causing that. I don't know, because last year I had grass growing there, the panicum fountain grass, and that grew really well there, so it's not like nothing grows there, it's just they don't seem to like it there, and I don't know why. Bit annoying, because that's put me back with the larkspur. It's got one plant, but I have got more larkspur in. Oh, so one of those must be larkspur. So I have put more larkspur in. So, oh, actually no, that is outside in the rain, but we're not going out there because it's horrible. Or are we? Quick break in the rain. So I actually thought, why not just show you a few bits and pieces. What do you want to see? Anyway, I'll show you why I can't be bothered to do tulips. Meh, I have flowering stumps. They're really pretty, but pointless. Absolutely pointless. Anyway, got some achillea that still needs to go out. Oh, and these are my larkspur here, and they are just starting. So I remember I taffed them out because I thought they probably needs a bit more cold. So I taffed them out to here. Not impressed with these guys. But what I'll do is I'll probably just replant the bulbs. Garden at home. So that's my watering system into my water butt here. Catch as much rain as possible over the winter, because it's not like we haven't got any. And let's go in here actually and have a look in this plot. I'll do you a quick tour around while I'm on my way back down to the car. My blueberries are looking amazing. Look at these. There's loads of flowers on the blueberries. I've got loads because it's our little allotment snack. We don't ever get to take them home because they get eaten here. A couple of other fruit bushes here. My peonies are coming. Just need to do a bit of weeding around them. I don't know why I didn't do this that long ago. But peonies are coming, and there's one right down there. One over there with my purple sprouting that got eaten by something, I don't know what. And there should be one here. And oh, there is one here. It's in the grass, look. I don't know if you can see him. There he is. I need to weed that one as well. Again, purple sprouting got eaten. I was going to say there should be one here, and there is. And there's one there as well. That is definitely not what that is. That's that. All here is meant to be perennial foxgloves all the way along here. They don't seem to be doing anything. I don't know what's happened there. But I have got foxgloves that I planted all the way along here, which are all nice, pretty coloured ones. That end never got anything done to it last year, so that is a desperate area. But I tell you what, it has got some absolutely amazing aquilegia. Look at the size of that. And last year, this was really good for aquilegia and forget-me-not. So this is my roof. It's just fallen off, so I need to just move all of this. And then this is all fennel at the back, so I'm going to leave the back part fennel because I do use the fennel quite a lot, but the ones at the front, all this needs to be dug out. I think that really needs to get done because it didn't get done last year, so this grass is taking over, but it won't take long because there's not a lot there. Roses are looking amazing, and do you remember I planted bulbs under the roses? Let me show you these. You can see how much standing water there is. It's ridiculous. So this up here, just into the puddle, these, the big leafed ones are the bluebells, so there's Spanish bluebells. I don't think I've planted anything but the Spanish bluebells on this top bit, but this rose isn't looking too healthy, but it wasn't brilliant last year either, so I think it's called White Wedding or something, but the rest is looking, look at them, they're all, I cut them all back a while ago and they're all looking really good, so we'll come in. And then on this side I've got my aquilegias that were already here. There's really nice blue ones, and you can see that the bulbs are planted here, which is, I think, I can't remember now, there were muscari and some alliums and stuff. They're all coming, and obviously I've mulched all this with that compost I got the other day, so it's got quite a nice thick layer of mulch over it. Yeah, so these bulbs are all coming up through that. So the muscaries, you can see, are just starting to pop. They may not be brilliant this year because I planted them a bit late, but they'll be fine for next year. So yeah, the roses are really coming along. More Aquilegia here. I love Aquilegia. It's a brilliant spring flower for cut flowers, and it's one of those things that make it's really unusual in a bouquet. Really love it. See this rose here, this is rolled out, and that's looking amazing. Look at that, absolutely stunning. And these ones are a little bit late because I finally managed to get rid of that buddleia, which obviously will resprout, but I've took it right back to a stump this year. I got an electric saw to do that with, so I've took it right down, so I'm hoping it might kill it off because I don't ever use it and it just shades everything. But yeah, these roses are looking amazing. This is one of my favourites, mainly because it's got my name in it. It is called Lady Emma, I think. Oh, I can't see. Filthy, yeah, Lady Emma Hamilton. And that was given to me by another flower farmer who was closing down, which if you look at any of my other videos back from a couple of years ago, you'll see when I bought that. And it was huge. It was nearly as tall as me when I got it from her. And it was absolutely amazing. But because I took it out in late May, it really struggled. So we cut it right back to sort of rejuvenate it a little bit. And it's just getting going, and then I moved it from another plot to this plot. So now it's in its permanent place. I'm hoping it will really shoot on, and it's looking so much better this year than it did in any of the previous years. So this will be its third year with me, so I'm hoping this will be because obviously it's been moved 3 times. Every year it gets moved, so this is the first time it hasn't been moved, so I'm hoping this will be good for it. But yeah, this is all looking good. Then I just need to weed this bit here, which is where my sweet peas belong. This is the grid that the sweet peas go up. I'm actually not going to grow that many sweet peas this year, so I may just do them on this one here this year and not bother with that bottom one, and just grow them up this one. Then this all had limonium in it last year, so, and it's got some dahlias in it as well. So I just need to give this. I don't know what this is. It's a wildflower of some sort, and it grows like a blooming weed, but it's not. You can pull it quite easily, but it's got roots that sort of tend to travel. I don't mind it as it covers its ground cover. And I noticed last year that I just stabbed myself on the rose. I noticed last year that it wasn't suffocating the plants as such. It was actually keeping the soil moist. So I don't mind it growing. I just don't want too much of it. I never let it go to flowers. I don't know what flowers it had either. Dahlias. Next week, when it's a bit drier, I really need to start propagating some. So I'm going to dig some out. And I tell you what, this has been the biggest gamble of forever because I've left everything in the ground. Literally everything, and it's the first year I haven't bought new dahlias as well. So normally every year I buy at least 8 new dahlias from Halls of Heddon. Best place to get dahlias, by the way. So this year I didn't, because I thought I had so many that I wanted to propagate. I really liked the ones I had last year and I wanted to propagate. I was not expecting it to be this wet. So I'm just hoping that they're all okay underneath there. So what we'll do next week is we'll have a little dig up of the dahlias and see what they're like, and then we'll either rejoice or hit the bottle. That's what I'm going to do, because dahlias are one of my biggest sellers, and if I haven't got any, well, what I'll be doing is going around all the garden centres, which I hate doing because that tends to bring gall and stuff into your plot. But it might just be what I have to do this year if any of that's died. So we're going to dig some up and see how they go anyway. Here though, I've got some gorgeous foxgloves, which are really nice. I think they're peach, if I can remember rightly. I think. And they were planted actually this time last year. No, probably end of April last year. So they are definitely going to be big and flowering this year. All this is just perennials, which should all come back. I think it's obviously died back. But I'm going to dig out as much of this as I can because I want this to be more dahlias. So once I've propagated the ones, hopefully that I can, they'll be going in here and in this bit as well. So this is, there's bulbs and there was feverfew and stuff in here, but that's all died back. So I'm hoping this is all going to be dahlias too. This is just all stuff that needs just needs tidying up. You can see I started tidying, and it is a type of Achillea. It's called the Pearl, and it's really lovely Achillea, little round flowers, really pretty. So that's they just need tidying up. And then I've got my phlox there as well. Right, let's have a look this way. Oh, that was close. He took my face out on that one. There's not a lot to see on this one actually that you haven't already seen. So no, this all looks the same as it did before. So my very sorry looking daffodils. This weather has been rubbish for daffodils this year. Really, really rubbish. I've kept everything covered for a minute just because the weather's pretty rubbish. But actually that could all just come off. It doesn't need to be there now, but I'm leaving it on for a minute. This is just my compost pile still. Just need to clear this. This all still needs clearing. I didn't get around to doing any of this last week. And you see I've got some daffodils down the bottom. So yeah, this is all looking very similar to how it did before. This is the beds that I'm going to dig up. So everything in here is actually full of perennials, but I want to dig them all out and divide them and move them. So they've been in there for 3 years now. So 3 years, 2 years. And this was a mixture of annuals and perennials. So this is going to be really easy to move. This is actually pretty much ready to just dig and then mulch. There's my Sweet Williams here, which are just starting to really romp on. Those are. And do you remember I planted the muscari and stuff a couple of weeks ago? Well, look at that. It's literally romping on. Look at that. Doing so well. Obviously I mulched that bed as well when I had the compost delivered. This is just mint, so that'll start coming. This, it's got perennials in it, so I really need to sort this bed out. That grass grew so quick, and that's the anemones that were left in there. See what I mean about my weedy looking anemones? I just don't see the point in growing them when I can buy them wholesale. Some of this is still in there. I tried to take out all the gladioli bulbs, but they've multiplied. Too many in there. Every time I dig them out, I feel like I'm digging out, I don't know, triffids or something in there. So I don't think I'm ever going to get rid of them. So they just keep on multiplying. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of plonking them in hedges. So there's going to be gladioli growing in hedges all over the place around here. I picked quite a lot of these daffodils, and you can see that this is what's happening as they're just getting eaten. And this is one of my favourite daffodils, and the state of it, you can't even see what it's meant to be. But this one's quite pretty. I do like this one. I can't remember what this one's called, but I really, really love this one. But again, look, this one's just being eaten. So frustrating. But there's quite a lot here that needs to be picked, and I've got some bits and pieces to do next week, so I can use those. That was another bed that I did. I don't know if I showed you when I did this bed. Can't actually remember now. So this is a bed that was basically a load of leftover bulbs that I had, and I didn't know where to put it, so I just plonked them all into this bed, which had been covered actually for 2 years, had nothing in it, had just a bit of plastic over it. So it was perfect because I just lifted it, dug it over quickly, and shoved all the bulbs in. So they do need to be moved this year because I don't really want them here. But for a minute, it's a great place, and all those daffodils are coming up really well. This is all covered in plastic, believe it or not. So this is a real quick, easy fix because although it looks like there's loads of grass, I've covered it in compost bags all the way across. So all it needs to do is this just needs to be got rid of, and pull it all up. The brambles are actually coming from around the pond, and the reason I stopped digging all this bit was because I've had loads of toads, and I've got a pond just in there past that daffodil. So that's why I've left that, but they just need to chop it. If I can chop it back, this will be lifted, and then I want to put in my eucalyptus here. So yeah, as you can see, and these are my, these are meant to be pretty coloured ones, but I was given these by a neighbour of mine that loves growing like wildflowers. So he said they were all a mixture of colours. So I think they're the Excelsior ones. That is it, so a quick little tour this week. So please like and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so you'll know exactly when I've got videos coming out. And remember, I've signed up for Buy Me a Coffee, so if you find my content interesting and you'd like to support me in any way, Buy Me a Coffee would be amazing. The links are all in the description below, and my Instagram and everything's there as well, and I do quite a lot on my story, so have a look over there. Bye bye.